morning and welcome to Wholesome Roots. Look how big my babies have gotten already. They're almost full size and all feathered out and everything. Aww. Babies grow up too fast. Here, use my flashlight on my cell phone so you can see them better. Aren't they precious? They're so cute. I love them so much. I think I'm obsessed with quail. I was talking to Robert at Daybird Aviaries, and he is talking about getting some pure A&M quail that are white, and I think we might go ahead and get some. If we can get the cages from Robert over here, I just have to get my butt and drive myself all the way to Alabama and pick them up, and they're mine. And I've got some stuff I want to bring him too, like a couple of birds maybe. I just wanted to show you guys. I don't know if you can see it. Its antennae are poked out. It had its rear end poked out just a minute ago, and I grabbed my camera and it was already gone back in. But these are mud dauber nests. They commonly build them on the walls of buildings, outside, inside barns and stuff like that. And a lot of people knock these down and destroy the nest because they find it unsightly, or they're afraid that they're going to sting them. So they are a black, shiny, iridescent wasp, but they don't sting. A mud dauber, actually it might be a hornet, not a wasp. Well, anyway, either way, they are very beneficial. They eat primarily a diet of spiders, and their favorite kind of spider to eat is black widows. I have lots of black widows here, so those are a poisonous spider. I don't want to become invasive, and they will help prevent that from being an issue. And if you've ever broken open a mud dauber nest, you can examine the contents inside, and it's all spider bodies with tons of black widows. It's really cool. But I'm not going to break open the nest because I love them and I want them to stay here and procreate, and I want more of them. All creatures, big and small, have a place on the homestead. Sometimes people think that they are scary or threatening, or they just don't like them, like snakes. Yesterday's video had my friend, the brown rat snake. I consider that a very beneficial creature to have on my homestead because it eats rats and mice. Now, if it had been a copperhead, I probably wouldn't have been as excited about seeing it, but I still would have appreciated the fact that it does play a role in the ecosystem. And when you have a healthy, balanced ecosystem on your homestead, you have less pest issues, for sure. So you guys have seen me marvel at the owl, feel disappointed about the owl because we did have one duck disappear during the time the owl was out there. Not sure that's what caused the duck to disappear, but it's possible. But those crows chased that owl off because the crows considered the ducks a source of food because the eggs that they lay are their favorite food. So knowing where that balance is between nature and the ecosystem around you and keeping a thriving homestead and farm is very important to keep in perspective. All living creatures have a place, and many of them provide beneficial outcomes for your homestead. All creatures, big and small, have their place on the homestead, even the creepy crawly ones. You see that? We have a population explosion. Those are soldier fly larvae, and they live under the quail and eat their poop. When they get to this point, I need to feed my chickens though. These are a very high source of protein and nutrition for my chickens. So this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing to have on my homestead. Also, you will note that those are all large soldier fly larvae. No tiny little fly larvae. Where are all the flies? Why aren't there fly larvae? There should be a million fly larvae too, because this is a barn and that is poop and there are flies. But you know why there isn't? Because soldier fly larvae eat fly larvae. So they are actually helping our fly population and preventing a huge outbreak of flies. Instead, I'll just have a huge outbreak of soldier flies. But I'm gonna take most of this and feed it to my chickens. So no matter what your opinion is about slithery, slimy snakes or ooey gooey maggots growing under my quail cage, if these creatures bother you, I'm sorry, and just fast forward through those parts. Don't let it get to you. I don't like spiders that much. I know how useful spiders are for the garden and everything, but I'm not a fan of spiders. I've had a pretty healthy fear of spiders most of my life, but it's mainly when they land on me. That's when the fear kicks in. So I understand, and if you have fears of it, please don't hesitate to share that with me. But I did have to delete 2 comments yesterday. One I deleted because I had the F word in it. I won't leave those comments up because I have a lot of young subscribers and I don't want them seeing that. I've left up comments that had less vulgar words that weren't necessarily appropriate for everyone, but weren't as vulgar as the F word. I had to delete that. The other one that I had to delete was a kill it comment. I'm an admin in a lot of different Facebook groups. One of our Facebook groups that I'm an admin in is Debbie's Back Porch. It talks all about homesteading, gardening, organic. It's all organic. No mention of pesticide use is allowed in the group. There's a lot of really important rules in that group for keeping things safe for other people to come along reading the comments, not to get the wrong idea and use the wrong thing. So we delete a lot of comments in that group. One of the comments that we delete in that group is if somebody posts a picture of snakes and people start commenting with kill it. We delete those kill it comments. So I will delete if it says kill it or the F word. I'm sorry. I hated to do it. I don't think I've deleted a comment in months, and I get a lot of comments on my videos. Most of the time they're nice comments. I do have some comments that are definitely questionable as to how nice they are. But I leave them. Usually I leave them. So yeah, but there's no need to use that foul language or to talk about killing something. I'm an animal lover. Even the snakes. In fact, I love snakes. Really love snakes. I would have a pet snake if I could. If I had the right setup. I would want a huge tank, and there's nowhere to put a huge tank in my house. So I don't have a pet snake. My daughter's getting a boa that she's gonna foster for 4 years, but she's gonna keep it at her dorm, I think, or her apartment when she moves into an apartment. I'm sorry. Dominique is trying to mow me over. She loves on me so hard that she knocks me right over. Look at her, sweet girl. Oh, Daisy's got to get in on it too, huh? Sweet girls. You know, it's funny. These two were kind of an unexpected addition to our herd. And they have been just the perfect fit. I mean, could you get any more lovey? They love their mama. They just love it. They love all the attention and affection. And Fancy gets jealous. Fancy used to be the one that would stay right at my side. I love you, Fancy. Fancy, you still can stay at my side. You can. You're my favorite still, don't worry. Just because I'm loving on them doesn't mean I don't love you. See, they're loving on you too. They love you too. Oh, Fancy 2 wants in on the love. Oh, all my goats love me. It's funny because they are so affectionate, and they were all damn raised. We got some flaky skin. You do have some flaky skin. Maybe I should add sunflower seeds back to my diet. Huh. They might need the sunflower seeds more than I realized. See, this is what it's all about, guys, is you gotta experiment. Test things out, see how it does. Perky, you need to lay off the milk a little bit. You're getting a milk goiter. That fat thing under his chin, that's because he eats too much milk. Oh, big yawn. That's weird. Why are you yawning? I always get nervous when I see a goat yawn because it's usually a sign of pain. It could just be a tired yawn, I suppose. Rosemary, you're still glossy. You maintained your glossy sheen, even without black oil sunflower seeds. Oh, ladies, be nice. Is she in heat? She's supposed to be bred. Oh, girl. I've had twice now tried to breed her. Each time she came into heat, I tried again. Well, she's not wagging profusely. It seems like time's breeding took because she hasn't come back into heat. So that'll be really cool to have some babies in October. At least one, right? You can have at least one, maybe a doe. That would be nice. Dominic has such a deep voice. Look at these lazy beasts and playful cuties. Oh my gosh. Does anybody else's goats like to dust bathe? Mine love to dust bathe. Oh, these babies are getting so big. I think Truly Scrumptious and Jenny Bloom are just about the prettiest goats I've ever seen, even though they're mixes. I think that they are just so gorgeous because they're mixes even. I can't wait to see what they do for me milk-wise because their mamas are the biggest milkers. Those two right there. They give me so much milk. Wow, this horseradish has grown so much this year. It's unbelievable. I wonder if I could harvest a little piece of the root off now and give it a nice sampling. Yum. I love spicy, fresh horseradish root. My mom uses it a lot in her meals that she creates when I visit her, and I just adore it. Love it, love it, love it. So this weekend, when Ryan was changing the goat paddock, he got a little bit of video and he said some things that I thought were really sweet and cute, but he didn't send me the video he had until after I had already published a vlog or two. So I'm gonna put it in right here and you guys can see the passion that he takes to our homestead and our gardens and goats.
I think I know what this garden needs. I got it. I know exactly what this garden needs. That's more like it. Looks a lot better with goats in the background.
Oh my goodness, guys, look. My elderberry bush is ripening, but the birds are getting it before me. They're not even ripe yet. Man, they're picking them off as soon as they ripen. Ooh, there's an umbel up there that's pretty well ripe. I need to get Ryan to reach up there and grab that for me. I can at least have a little bit of elderberries off of my own plants instead of buying them on Amazon all the time. Elderberry truly need to be covered with a bird net if you plan on harvesting them. Unless you have like 50 plants, then you could probably get away with it. Come here! Come here, goaties! They followed me over to the elderberry, and there's a elbow in the fence there blocking them from the mulch pile. But the mulch pile had to be connected to the fence, so they're stuck in the corner because they followed me to the elderberry. Come here, babies! I'm doing something. There is a method to my madness. That wasn't it, but I think that was better than my madness method was going to be. Such beautiful, awesome animals. They love their mama. See, generally they just follow me. All right. Come on. Oh, the older ones are like, I'm not, you can't fool me. All right. I did this so I could demonstrate Ryan's vision. What could possibly make a prettier backdrop to your homestead than these beautiful flowers and butterflies flying about everywhere? Oh, that's what makes it prettier. Having goats just behind the flowers. Ryan's vision is spot on. Nothing prettier than flowers and goats. I love it. It really feels good to have somebody that can see the beauty in the little things like Ryan does. There's so much joy that comes from having these animals. It almost makes the painful times worth it. No, it's totally worth it. It is, or I wouldn't be doing it still. I love, love, love this life, but it definitely has its struggles.